From the Varsity Sports Bar and Grill on Beachmont Avenue in Anderson Township, another special edition of the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Carroll, about to crack open a refreshing Coors Light.
Oh, that was a struggle.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I tried to create a little drama.
It was dramatic. It was
when
dramatic.
I opened the beer.
Not shocked by that.
Just so you know, a little drama.
God.
But cloudy, rainy.
Oh, shit today.
Cool day. I think it says 76. I don't think we hit 76 today. Rob Herking, what say you?
I don't really care about the temperature, Dan. But thank you very much. And I'm still trying to figure out why you call every episode a special episode.
Because
than the fact that you're in it. So maybe you're keying in on something.
They're all special.
Okay. You know what's very special is we're joined by our firefighter buddy, Jason Keeper, who had a very quiet evening. Firefighting.
Definitely did not.
And I didn't even jinx you. That's the beauty. It's like a reverse jinx.
You reverse jinx me, you fucker.
I even talked to you at, 10 or 11 last night, and I didn't say it. Did not say it.
It's because I had any...
Why do you guys have all these late night conversations?
Because we talk about you, Dan.
Because he intentionally calls to try to fucking wake the run gods up to fuck me over.
Because I'm bored.
So I didn't get the text. Normally it's, hey, hope you have a quiet night, sweetheart. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Well, no, I got an actual voice call from him, which is probably worse. But
I was on the way to...
He was nice. He was actually nice. It wasn't the shithead Rob that we all know. He was actually very nice. He was nice because he did a very, very big thing yesterday evening. And I wish I was here to witness it. So I was trying to get the video. We posted on the Instagram or on our Facebook. I didn't post on the Instagram yet. But Rob got on a motorized one wheel last night.
Shocked the township.
And you would think that this motherfucker's ready to run the Indy 500 on that thing. But
suit and tie, baby.
He did very, very well because those things are not easy.
Does video of this exist?
Yes. Yes, I've got it.
But
I can't pull it up because I can't convert it yet.
I was suit and tied up, and
that was my intentions.
You know, the first lap around, the only video we have right now is of the first lap around where I was just getting the feel of it, and then my inner Tony Hawk came out.
Here we go. He's going to the fucking X Games next.
We're getting additional video from security footage around the building here at 8112 Beachmont, the Varsity. And we're going to upload that shit. You will see me flying by. Those things go like 24 miles an hour.
Did you grab any air?
I got a little too confident. I tried on a speed bump over here.
I wanted to see him grab air going off the fucking thing and scraping his fucking face.
You should have seen everybody lined up waiting because everybody suspected I would bite it, break an arm, break a neck, rip my suit to shreds. I am rolling down there. And then Kevin's following me in his fucking car. I didn't know it was him. I was like, oh shit, who's this guy following me down the parking lot? I thought I was going to get raped. And then I looked back, saw it was Kevin, and then I knew it was probably a good chance that I'd get raped.
It still probably would have happened, but I was actually very impressed. I was very impressed with you on how you did with that. I've yet to get on. I'm going to.
It was entertaining.
Luckily, hopefully I don't fall and break any bones, but
it was entertaining. My 16-year-old son got on it, and Coy was giving him directions on it. And
why wasn't this video shared with me?
Well, because you're busy at work. You tell us you're busy at work all the time. I am busy
at work. Doesn't mean I don't have a few minutes to look at a video. It
took you forever to figure out how to videotape a train.
When you yell at me, I was busy at work. When I talked to you about not getting in here early enough, I was busy at work. So I don't send you much, except for reminders that you need to be here on this day, not the day before.
That was Saturday.
Well, you sent a reminder yesterday.
I did, and I sent another one today because I know you.
We fell off the reminder list for Dan. We got comfortable for a while, and then we realized why we always sent reminders because Mother's Day special, Dan showed up on Saturday.
So you and I are the mother hens of Dan.
Yeah.
Just like Paul is.
I was actually ready to be here at 3:30 today, but then I looked at your reminder from yesterday, and it said 4:30.
Well, you should have showed up. You could have had all of your stuff dialed up already.
All your update shit.
All my stuff is dialed up.
I know, but you come in always like, I got to do this.
Put it this way. You came in today. I looked at Keith. I was like, does he have a hump on his back? Are you going to go in the back room and ring a bell, Quasimodo?
like a Sherpa in the Himalayas.
Oh, I got my bag with all my gear in it.
It's not that heavy, Dan.
He uses one computer and his phone and his mouse.
I've seen
That's
kindergarten.
the only thing he pulls out.
Got my computer, got my cord, got my phone,
seen
my mouse.
Kids
my
in
headset.
kindergarten waiting for school buses with bigger backpacks that walk more upright than your knee.
Some of those kids do carry around backpacks that are just ridiculously filled with shit.
I agree. And that's why there's a rise in scoliosis.
I was one of those kids because I never used my locker because I like to play fuck games in the hallway. I never wanted to go to my locker, switch out books. So I just carry them all together.
In high school, that's where the alcohol and drugs were kept. So
that may or may not have been true.
I always use a locker.
I wouldn't know anything about that though.
So we got a big day in history today, and Dan loves commenting on it because it's such a conversational piece. But the first thing today in history, I think we made history today yesterday, I guess, with the revelation that one Martha Stewart, age 81,
hold on, stay by,
is an alternative cover girl of Sports Illustrated. I got to tell you, I'm looking at this one pic right now. Holy shit, I might need some alone time with Sean, my NSA guy that watches me on my front-facing camera when I'm on my phone taking care of business. He likes it when I wink at him and let him know it's go time, baby.
Well, isn't Sports Illustrated doing multiple covers?
Yeah, they're doing two. That's why I said the alternative.
I think there's more than two, actually.
Okay, it's alternative could connote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 100.
Well, you said two.
Alternative.
I think there's more than two.
I said alternative. You said two. She's hot.
They're doing multiple covers, is what I said.
Now I know why Snoop Dogg's getting her high all the time. Fucking A, man. For shizzle.
for
I
shizzle.
would. Oh,
You think Snoop hit that?
Are you fucking stoned? Yeah. Snoop hit that. I'd hit it.
They were talking about that on Drinking Bros.
You can see Martha Stewart and Snoop getting after a blunt. And then
I think Snoop renamed his dick a blunt.
Well, they were saying he'd probably be too high to do it.
Well, a little bit of Corona will bring him back down, man. That's Martha's drink of choice. He's sitting on the beach. Snoop-alicious. Holy shit.
That's all right. If Martha Stewart wants to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, I don't care.
You don't think she's high? She's your age group.
She's older than I am.
Barely.
No, a lot older.
She graduated 1 year in front of you in high school,
true.
Dan. She is hot.
I literally have.
I definitely wouldn't go that fucking
next
far.
to no interest in Sports Illustrated anymore at all.
Oh yeah,
it used to be a great magazine, but
really,
they've become it's become ultra woke the last 2 or 3 years, and it just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
What do you? I got to think. I mean, the fact that you're drinking Coors Light right now instead of Bud Light, and you and your little,
a little what?
Your boycotts and all this other shit.
I'm not boycotting anything.
Bud Light.
I've just chosen to
not drink it. That's called a boycott.
No, it's not. I've just chosen
to
go with a different brand.
Yeah, that's because of why. All of a sudden, when Dylan Mulvaney fucking bottle of Bud Light came out, you went to a different brand. That would be called a boycott.
No.
So what?
I haven't encouraged anyone to purchase or not purchase a Bud Light.
You've done an individual boycott, Dan.
I'm making my own decisions.
Jesus.
I don't buy any Nike gear anymore.
Why?
Because I disagree with their stance on a few issues. I don't buy Subway sandwiches anymore, which I used to enjoy. I used to enjoy Subways quite a bit, but
you know what they said when they interviewed Jared?
I can't endorse the same things that they endorse.
What? What do they endorse that's so inappropriate?
Who's that? Nike or
no? Subway, Dan. The last
Subway?
one we were just talking about.
The female soccer player who doesn't want to stand for the national anthem. What's her name? Rapinoe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rapinoe.
She hates America. She doesn't want to stand for the anthem.
I can't believe you've got a purple light on your damn mouse over there shining, and that's the color of her hair.
It changes different colors.
Yeah, just like a rainbow, Dan, huh?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
My mouse is very inclusive.
Yeah, Roy G. Biv. Too bad you aren't.
If these companies want to take certain stances on certain social issues,
I swear to God,
that's fine. Knock yourself out. Do it all day long.
In a fucking year.
And if I choose not to be part of that, that's my own decision.
Dan's going to be eating grass in the backyard here soon next year because nothing else will suit his choices.
Well, I don't know. Are steak manufacturers
aren't you
doing some kind of child sex thing or something or what?
No, I heard actually that there was a big longhorn steers and other cows, dairy cows particularly, that were starting to transition over.
To what?
They're trying to get them to transition. So the bulls, instead of one udder, they have the same amount of udders as the cow.
Oh, God.
It's a very transitional thing. Dan.
Continue. Get out of this diatribe of bullshit.
You're just making that up.
But my sister did post. Not fun when mom and dad fight.
Martha Stewart's hot. So rock on Martha, 81 years of age. I would love to have seen, I can't even say it on there with a straight face, but Betty White pour her and Martha together on the cover of a magazine.
Oh, you're gross.
It's like Norma Jean, baby.
You are so gross.
There's a song lyric in there somewhere.
I say good for Martha Stewart.
I agree.
Yeah, man. I think it's great.
Knock yourself out.
I don't need both of them. Right. Fucking all intertwined in a fucking swimsuit.
Are you going to go out, Rob, and purchase a copy of Sports Illustrated?
Why would I purchase it when I can get the only photo I want of the cover?
Well, it sounds like
online.
Sounds like you might be boycotting
online, and Sean and I can rock down. No, I'm just being cheap with the porn, Dan. I don't have a subscription to Pornhub or anything else because I only need 3 minutes of the freebie, baby. Sean and I know what I like. He dials it up.
There you go,
Sean, your AI advisor.
No, my
AI porn advisor.
He's with the NSA. He watches me regularly through my front-facing camera, and he enjoys what I enjoy, which is watching me watch what I enjoy. We have a good time.
He has no choice in the matter.
Not at all. He also likes Pepe too. Me and Pepe.
Yeah. Pepe. It's the only one.
3 amigos, man, in the boys' room. It's a big day in history today, Dan. A lot of shit to comment on, and I cannot wait to hear your comments.
I can't wait till you buy a fucking boom mic so you talk into it.
I'm sorry. Let me get on this motherfucker. 1943. Today is May 16th for those of you just waking up right now, which would be the third shift workers. A lot of people that do nefarious things at evening hours. 1943, on May 16th, the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising was suppressed by Nazis. They quelled the month-long uprising of Polish Jews. Now, I got a question.
If you're going to comment during,
I'm going to comment on my comment. Yeah.
See, it's fun.
If you tuned into the Mother's Day special, you would understand why that's an issue.
This struck me as odd. I'm sitting here thinking it took the fucking Nazis a month in 1943 to quell an uprising by Polish Jews, but yet they're shipping them by the boatload. Why didn't all the millions? How is France overrun by Nazis in World War II? It sounds like the Nazis weren't that fucking tough of a bunch of prisoned, not wanting to go to a concentration camp. Polish Jews could hold them off for a month. I'm assuming they didn't have weapons. I don't know. I'm going to have to read more about this fucking Warsaw Ghetto Uprising.
Well, maybe they didn't surrender their weapons.
Well, I don't know. We'll get our crack staff on that.
Our crack staff.
Well,
we fired Tiffany months ago.
Sure, there's some books on that subject.
Tiffany's just waking up right now. She worked. She loved our Mother's Day special. She's 21, single mom.
The single mother special.
Danced into the night on Sunday night, Monday morning. 1905. Dan's favorite girl, his pinup doll, Jane Fonda. Her father, Henry Fonda, was born. He did bore Hanoi Jane. He ultimately died on August 12th, 1982. Wasn't on Golden Pond around that year?
I was just going to ask. I was going to ask what that movie was. I couldn't remember.
I think it was around 81.
Oh.
That was Hanoi Jane. But Henry was born in 1905 on today's date. Guess who else?
I think it lost its flexi. It's one of the lines I remember
81.
From that movie.
You are correct.
Is it 81? All right, fuck it. Well,
I remember my mom watching it, but I don't remember that movie at all.
Speaking of 81, Speaking of 81, who else is hot at 81 right now? Cover of Sports Illustrated. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. 1966, Janet Jackson, clothing entrepreneur, was born. 1953, Pierce Brosnan was born.
Brosnan.
My bad. I dyslexic on the consonants, man. In the middle, it's hard.
Spelling is hard for you. Reading is hard.
Dan's favorite person in 1919, Liberace was born. I love Liberace.
Fantastic entertainer.
Fucking great entertainer, man.
The movie Candelabra was fantastic.
Yes.
Who plays him in the movie?
Michael Douglas.
Really?
Yeah. It's great.
Plays Liberace. That's
great.
Cool. I've never seen it.
My mom was a huge Liberace fan, or is a huge Liberace fan. It was good.
They don't make them like that anymore.
I have a hard time typing with a long fingernail, let alone I couldn't imagine playing the piano the way he did with all that fucking bling on his arms.
Oh, yeah.
80-pound cape and shit. Yeah.
He looked like the fucking gorilla at Showbiz.
It was unbelievable.
All part of the show.
Banging on that fucking keyboard.
Kind of like Elton John with the goldfish in his platform high heels.
Very, very talented. Very talented.
Yes. 1861, Dan. H.H. Holmes was born. Do you know who he is?
Oh, I don't.
Is that the father of Johnny?
Johnny Holmes.
Look at you going porn, man. Big John Holmes? Motherfucker.
You're just mad he went there before you did.
That's really the only Holmes I can think of right now.
Really?
Should I know this other?
What about Sherlock Holmes in the 1800s?
Oh, there you go. Okay, I remember that one.
That's not right. H.H. Holmes.
Here's a primrose path, and you just got led right down it.
He was an American serial killer born and widely considered America's first known serial killer. He started with animals and surgery on the animals.
Imperial Girl start with the animals.
Imperial Girl was on it like right now. As soon as you said it.
That kind of freaks anybody out that wants to go out on a date with her.
Nicely done.
Nice. I like it. I've actually watched, there's a Netflix special on him, a biography of it, where they kind of recreate it. But I'll get to a little bit more of it.
The serial killer?
Yeah, H.H. Holmes.
Do you get into all that serial killer stuff? I know people that read all the books and they watch out. There's dozens of podcasts you can listen to about serial killers and all that kind of stuff. If that's what you want to do, I think that's great.
Oh, I love it. I've been reading them
really
since I was probably 13 years of age.
Yeah,
I've never been all that fascinated by that.
I'm with you, Rob.
Yeah, my mom actually was a little nervous of me because I had an encyclopedia of serial killers when I was 14. I'd read Robert Ressler's books, John Douglas. They did the profiling. That's kind of what I wanted to do. And when I called the FBI to find out what they were hiring for when I was getting ready for college, they said, accounting majors, computer sciences, or a foreign language. I'm like, fuck the foreign language. I like playing with computers, but no thanks. Accounting, it's fucking numbers.
Do you want to be a victim of a serial killer sometime?
That'd be weird.
Is that a secret desire?
No, for a serial killer to be a victim of a serial killer, it's kind of like a Dexter episode waiting to happen, isn't it, Dan? I think there was a Dexter episode on that. So, but I found the interesting.
That's another show I've never watched.
I find it interesting though. Holmes started on animals, performing surgery on dead animals he'd find. Dahmer started that way.
Same way.
Crazy. So if your kid is playing with dead animals and shit, one, he's fucked up. Two, you fucked up. Three,
if you're doing it with him, you failed.
Yeah. Three,
you may want to move very far away.
Yeah. Change your name.
Let him know where you're going.
Change your name. And he's probably going to be a serial killer. But this is kind of interesting. It's alleged that he killed a childhood playmate first. He went to med school at the University of Michigan, a shit school. 1886, He took a job in Chicago, and he started killing people to steal from their homes.
Who are you to say the University of Michigan is a shit school?
Because it is.
I'm sorry, because you went to the
University of
Ohio
Cincinnati.
State. You didn't go to Ohio State?
Fuck no.
Who went to Ohio State? Who am I thinking I went to Ohio State? Your brother, right?
My brother went for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm an Ohio State fan, and Michigan's a shit school, and I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I didn't go to college.
I'm just saying it because Crumrine's a fan of it. 100% Crumrine. 1886.
I was already drinking, but I took two. For that.
I went to an Ohio State game. Funny aside.
We're doing an ad read right after your
I bought
history, by the way.
To go to this game with a client of mine. He had box seats. He's a huge alum. I bought a hat that said Buckeye State. It was black. The lettering was white except for in Buckeye, the UC was red. And it had a Bearcat on the bill. I wore that motherfucker and got so many looks and pissed off glares. I didn't care because I got ODD. Self-diagnosed, but we're working on a proper diagnosis.
Can't spell Buckeye without UC.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm a UC fan, but just the dumbest
Let me
shit
just
ever.
get through Holmes before the ad read real quick. I'm almost done. Took a job in Chicago, started killing people to steal their things. He built a house. This is a cool thing, and I think this might be the name of the Netflix series. It's called Murder Castle. It had secret doors, chambers, trap doors, and all kinds of weird shit. He had gas jets to asphyxiate people. He would kill them and then sell the bodies to medical schools. Hell of an entrepreneur, and
I like his I like
I
his
mean,
spirit. I like
killing
his
people
spirit.
to get their shit. And hey, guess what? I got this body left over. Might as well go fucking recycle it at a med school for a little bit of cash.
No questions asked. Here comes Johnny with another body. We'll just open the back door there.
How is he making this much money?
Cut him a check for $500.
That might have been the impetus behind tightening the regulations on donating bodies to med schools. But he confessed to 27 murders, then got a little exaggerated and went to 130 because he thought he was cool in prison. But researchers, some of them suggest he had killed over 200 people. Fucking unbelievable. First serial killer in America. Documented. Serial is consecutive multiples.
Sounds like you admire him a little bit there, Rob.
Nuts.
Not a mass killer where you kill a bunch of people at one time, but serial or repetitive over a period of time, and it's 2 or more. So you got a little differentiation between mass and serial.
So did
it's SER, not like what Dan's thinking. Oh, do I want fucking Fruity Pebbles or Cheerios?
But did he have adequate representation when he was on trial?
I don't know. It was 1861. You were alive back then.
Well,
you tell me, bud.
You tell me.
Was that Court TV's debut?
It should have been all over your newsfeed.
Yeah, you might have gotten a Carroll Award a little bit earlier if you covered that fucking story, Dano. Speaking of
my time.
Speaking of Dano and a Carroll Award, can we hear some of that professional reading ability of you and what's going on in Kerry's world?
Our good friend Kerry Wolfangle is who he's referring to, and when it comes time for you to be involved in real estate, you're going to sell a house, buy a house, you're going to move in, move out, whatever you need to do. There's only 2 names you need to know. Kerry Wolfangle is one. The other is Comey and Shepard Realtors. Everyone wants a realtor who knows the market, but for Kerry, she really goes the extra mile, building all of her relationships on the groundwork of honesty and trust. Kerry Wolfangle has been recognized with many of the highest awards in the business, and she is the only real estate agent that we recommend. So when the time comes, remember this number, 513-265-3125, or you can email Kerry at kwolfangle@comey.com. Your road home starts at Wolfangle.
Great job, Dano.
There you go.
I just want to say real quick, Wilkery, wait, you wanted to be a serial killer. Yeah, I mean, the supply and demand was such that there was already a prevalence of them, and I really didn't want to wait that long. I needed a full-time job after college, so I went into accounting, and shit happens. I went to law school. An Imperial girl, where in the fuck has she been all my life? We could have been reading together in blood-soaked pig butcher shops. That would have been awesome.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, her comments are stating that she has read Wrestler, Douglas, all that shit. That is fucking awesome. And she's seen the Netflix show on Murder Castle. So let's change things up a little bit. We've got 1966. Love it. Dan, big group here for you, buddy. The Beach Boys released Pet Sounds, a great album for them about unrequited love. And I'm sure you dealt with a lot of unrequited love in high school and college.
Was never a fan of the Beach Boys.
I thought you were a fucking fan of the Beach Boys.
No, never was. I think.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Didn't he talk about the Beach Boys?
He literally just said he's not a fan.
The one song that I kind of liked was California Girls. Wish they all could be California Girls. Other than that, not really a big fan of the Beach Boys.
Are you sure that wasn't by David Lee Roth?
You want to keep going?
Yeah, I do actually.
No, that's a Beach Boys song.
1920, Joan of Arc.
Not one of my karaoke songs.
Canonized by Pope Benedict XV. What a dick.
What'd she do to deserve that?
What a dick.
She was the heroine of France. Dano. 1866, U.S. Congress passed legislation that created the 5-cent piece composed of nickel and copper, later being known as the nickel, what you normally give on a $10 bill, Dan, as a tip. Now, the coup de grace today. I got to get some intro music on this motherfucker.
Little Top Gun music, little Maverick,
yeah,
just a Tom Cruise reference, or it's going to be a
For all you fans out there, you know exactly what today is.
Is it Tom Cruise's birthday?
1986.
How about
May
that?
16th. Released in American theaters. Top Gun. And it made Tom Cruise an international star and a poster boy for Christian Scientology, which is a shit religion. And
wow.
what?
Wow.
A fucking spaceship, and it was created in 1957. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, yeah, we've talked about this over bar tables. Why don't we just form a religion, become rich, start buying property in Clearwater, California, etc., get a big star, brainwash his ass, shock the fuck out of him, all this words, and let's sit around and wait for a spaceship to come down and pick us all up.
One more, and I'm out of here.
And let's live happily ever after. But because I'm a student of the Constitution and the First Amendment right to freely assemble, you guys go your own way. I'm okay with that. This is kind of cool, though. Keith and I told you this. That film grossed $357 million. It cost him $15 million to make. That is a shit ton of fucking money.
The sequel did better, didn't it?
I think the sequel.
Did the sequel do better than the original?
I didn't even do the inflationary aspects.
You got to do the conversion of like what it is then and what it is now.
I think I read that.
I don't know.
The sequel was 1.7 billion since release, and I don't even know what that translates into 86 hours. Are you spilling again? God
I did. I dropped my beer.
Didn't we talk about a sippy cup for him at one point?
You'd figure the oldest guy sitting at this table.
I got too much shit over here. Can you reach?
You don't have too much. You have too much shit.
No,
oh my God!
I can't.
You can't reach those paper towels right there.
Fucking, they're 10 feet away. How in the fuck do you expect me to read? Hold on.
You can scoot over for a second.
Here,
reach those paper towels.
Christ. Let me fix you.
Well, people know we're in a bar. Then there's other.
I know, but the fact the 60-year-old's the one that fucking spilling. It's usually the 5-year-old.
I got my beer. I got my mouse.
So wait a minute. You think
I love the fact that he said I have too much shit. Here I am with a mixing board, a fucking computer. He's got his fucking newly acquired computer, and all of a sudden, everything.
I know.
He has a command center.
I haven't figured out my spacing yet.
Jesus H. Christ.
I hope one of those cords has a short in it, and you electrocute the fuck out of yourself.
It's all low voltage.
You got anything else?
One more. 1770, Marie Antoinette married the future King Louis XVI of France. Have you ever had King Louis XVI, the drink? What is it, Scotch?
No, I want to.
It's like
I don't like Scotch, but I do want to try it once.
It's like $90 to $100 for a.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very expensive.
I've never tried it. I've seen people try it. I've smelled it.
I hate Scotch.
I've smelled it. I'd rather.
I feel like I need to try it though.
I'd rather smell
one time
cat litter box that has not been cleaned for a month.
Not a fan of Scotch.
No,
I'm not a fan of Scotch.
No, not at all. No.
But I would try it.
I like Scotland, but not Scotch. I like Scotch tape. The clear shit, it sticks pretty damn good.
You're so dumb. You are so dumb.
So that concludes, for the most part, we skipped a lot of shit. Today in history, May 16th, 2023.
That might have been your longest segment.
No shit.
And outside of Dan like making comments
and spilling shit,
and you getting mad at him.
I know.
It was you just had a lot of things.
Well, here's the thing though, too. I'm kind of thinking people know we're in a bar. Yeah, as an adult, you don't spill shit. Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, we could expect that 8-year-old.
Yeah, they replace the carpet every year.
anyone that works in a bar knows that stuff gets spilled all the time.
Yeah,
it's a fact
by kids, and
but especially not when there's like fucking electronics like around us.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, I know you did. I know you didn't intentionally.
I don't think any kids at Chuck E. Cheese spill shit on purpose either.
All right, so I'm going to change gears.
Go ahead, baby.
I sent this picture to my two cohorts over here yesterday, and with the whole Dylan Mulvaney, Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch stuff, I was walking through the grocery store with my crew, and we were grabbing lunch and dinner supplies, and I literally walked and then had to take 3 steps back. I'm like, did I read that correctly? And I posted on Instagram, so if you follow our Instagram, you saw it, but I posted this picture of this sign, $21.99 minus $10 with the manufacturer's rebate. So you're getting a case, 24 12-ounce cans of Budweiser or Bud Light for $11.99.
God, that reminds me of our high school days.
But I literally, like, I was sitting there talking to my guys, and I was like, did I read that right? And I looked at it, and I was like, well, you can't tell me that they're not trying to move product at this point.
What's the fine print say on the very bottom there? Can you read that?
Probably not on what I just posted, but I got the picture.
Don't focus too hard, Dan, and spill something.
I'm just saying. It said I did not notice.
Select varieties, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans with manufacturer's rebate coupon printed at checkout. Limited 6 rebates per household. So
I love that.
So you get 6. You can buy 6 of these motherfuckers and get $10. You'll get $60 back.
Well, I love the fact that they require you to show a manufacturer's rebate ticket, and it's at the fucking cash register. Why don't you just be done with it? Print them all off, count them, get one of those ticker things at the door on a nightclub. Why do you got to go to the cash register? Have them print that fucking thing out so you can get it.
Because they want you to send it in, because they know most people won't do that. It's a manufacturer's rebate. So you're going to pay, but you'll get money back.
Oh, you're paying the $21.99 and you got to wait for a fucking $10 check?
But you'll get money back. But they know that most people won't do that because us as humans are inherently lazy for the most part and don't read the fine print.
Kind of like donating to charities and shit when you say you will.
It'll be interesting to see how well the promotion works.
Yeah, I'm interested.
But, I mean, $10 off a case, you want to move some products.
It's pretty good.
There's some issues.
Yeah.
There's some issues happening.
You know,
so the whole Miller Lite thing came in.
You know, it'd be cool, though, if we just stood outside of Kroger's and bought those damn manufacturer things for $5 a person. We could double our money in no fucking time.
Well, we'd make more money than we're making on this fucking podcast.
I know.
So that could be an option.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing Dan's working the truck stops again, and you and I are downtown blowing on separate corners.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that has to happen, but here we are.
I like the idea of buying them for $5.
I'd like to say that we're keeping the lights on, but we're actually using an unused space. So
we're actually all 3 living in the same Winnebago Outback, and we've got a long extension cord.
There is no motherfucking way that would ever happen.
If only it was a Winnebago.
That would be a death match.
No way.
I'm thinking about collecting those damn things and mailing them in.
But there was talk about on Fox. I saw it, and then Jill had sent it to me as well. But I saw it yesterday, where they're pulling. Miller Lite had pulled this feminist ad campaign, I guess is the best wording for it. And I pulled it up, and I had seen it. And it's what the hell's her name? Alana Glazer. I might be mispronouncing that, and if I am, I apologize. But Alana Glazer, she did this whole marketing video for Miller Lite. I mean, it was with them, so it wasn't against them, but it was saying it like, you know, women were the first brewers, you know, women were the first ones pulling the barley and hops and this and that. And when I read this article, I read it differently than apparently a couple other people. And not to say that I'm the smartest bulb in the box, because I know I'm not, but them leaning toward like pushing, empowering women with the way I look at it is they're trying to get more women into drinking beer versus moving it to a transgender type thing. And I'll try to put this article up so everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'll put it on our Instagram if I can. I don't know. I'm not tech savvy at all, but it was on Fox News. It says Miller Lite's feminist ad from March goes viral amid Bud Light backlash. These companies are broken. So, I mean, you could take it multiple different ways, and I can attempt to share the screen and play this. And some people may have seen it. I don't know if they have or not. Bear with me.
Hold on a second. There were 4 models, Dan, for Sports Illustrated. This is great.
Probably going to see.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're doing multiple covers.
You're probably going to see. Year. Probably going to see an ad.
Here's a little known fact: women were among the very first to brew beer.
I'm hoping this
from Mesopotamia to the Middle Ages to colonial America, women were the ones doing the brewing. Centuries later, how did the industry pay homage to the founding mothers of beer?
Yeah, it was coming through.
Put us in.
I'm watching the commercial right now for the first. I heard some talk about it earlier today.
Hold on.
I mean, visually, it doesn't do much.
Wild. It's time beer made it up to women. So today, Miller Lite is on a mission to clean up not just their shit, but the whole beer industry's shit. Miller Lite has been scouring the internet for all this shit and buying it back so that they can turn it into good shit for women brewers. Literally, good shit. How, you ask? Ladies, take it away.
First, we turn the bad shit into compost. Then we feed compost to worms. Push out beautiful fertilizer. That good shit helps farmers grow quality hops,
which is then donated to women brewers to make their own really good shit.
But there's definitely more shit out there. In your attic, in the garage, in your parents' basement. Send any shit you got into Miller Lite, and they'll turn that into good shit too.
But
so here's to women, because without us, there would be no beer.
Stand by. I didn't need two. I didn't need two of you.
That's the ODD.
So, I mean, I read that differently, or at least the way I interpret it. But I mean, everyone's going to interpret it however.
I don't get the. I guess I haven't paid attention to it. I don't get what the issue is with.
And that was aired in March, by the way. That's not like that's not a new thing. That was aired in March, and I saw it because I know that comedian, and I'm like, okay, all right. Well, they're throwing it back, to the women. Like women are, brewed it first, grab the hops first. Yeah, we're doing, most of the work. Okay, great. And my thought process behind that is they're trying to get more women to drink beer and bring them into the fold. I feel like that Miller Lite ad, and it's not just because I drink Miller Lite, because I don't care one way or the other, is completely different than throwing the whole transgender thing where you start just blasting. And again, you can either like it or you don't. I don't care. Don't give a shit. You drink what you want to drink. I'll drink what I want to drink. I don't care. Obviously, Anheuser-Busch has seen where they've gotten fucked.
If they want to make women want to drink Miller Lite, they need to slap a Bartles and James label on the cans and bottles of Miller Lite.
Oh, Bartles and James. That was shit.
In the old school day, man. That was a panty dropper. Pick up that 2-liter solo cup, ready to rock and roll. Chill it down a little bit. It gets warm later, but they'll keep going till their lips are red. Now, I'm going to swing real quick, and we're going to come back to that, but I'm just looking at this Sports Illustrated thing, and I didn't look at it until just now. This is fucking great. This is awesome. This is from Fox News. Sports Illustrated. Kim Petras, whatever, transgender female pop star.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is the best quote from Sports Illustrated. I fucking love this. So Petras, whatever the fuck it is, had a PP penis, whatever that fucking is, was a biological boy. There is no theme. This is a quote. There is no theme in parentheses to this year's issue. Rather, there is a vision, a sentiment, a hope that women can live in a world where they feel no limitations internally or externally, SI swimsuit editor-in-chief MJ Day said. But the absence of a theme is not to say that these women don't share certain common traits. They're constantly evolving. There's no fucking evolution here. It's like, what would it be the equivalent of? Shit, I can't even think right now. Cutting the wings off of a fucking butterfly and, it's evolving to a post-butterfly caterpillar. How are they fucking evolving? And also women. How is that empowering women by having somebody dick tuck and be a model for a swimsuit?
Well, supposedly, like she, he, him, her, whatever, is this big pop star. I've never heard of her personally. I've never heard of her. It's not to say that
I'm not detracting from Petras. I am detracting, or I'm crushing Sports Illustrated for billing it as empowering to women when you've got a male on there. You know what's empowering to women is you put a male in a swim pool and let him crush women. That is so fucking empowering. So fucking empowering. That's just what you want. You know what else? Sticking shit up your ass and pooping blood and calling it a period. That's the equivalent of it. This is fucking disturbing shit. I don't get where they're coming from. You know what it is? It's called indoctrination. It's called brainwashing at an early age. How the fuck is that a woman? You know, Buffalo Bill was the first transgender I ever knew.
The fictional character.
No, that's real. Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely real.
He paved.
Is that why you started digging a hole in your basement?
He paved the way for that torturous
you weird
path.
Motherfucker.
He gave the courage to many a man.
He loved butterflies
in the 80s.
He loved girls that were a size 16.
To dick tuck and wear
drove a van,
fucking silk robes and shit like you stole from.
Is that why you just bought a van too? I am legitimately, Dan. I'm legitimately shocked right now.
That is phenomenal.
There are a lot of similarities happening, and
congratulations.
Genuinely disturbed.
Congratulations, Sports Illustrated. I just want to comment.
See, there it goes. There. He's holding the mic. That's why he needs a boom mic.
I just want to comment. As a father of 2 daughters, I am so appreciative of your stance and your way of paving the way to help my daughter's confidence. And, you know, all you trans athletes that swim against women when you are men, thank you so much for getting out there and showing them that they suck compared to a man in physical sports, because physiologically they don't have the same muscle tone. Thank you so fucking much. God, it's so awesome to live in America.
It's just not just sports though.
It's everything.
It's everything. It is now.
It's unbelievable.
So obviously, Dan nor Rob, take a look at the Instagram when I post shit up there. But go to our Instagram because
you already put this up there?
It's been on since yesterday.
Oh, my bad.
But it's Leah Thomas getting interviewed by ESPN with a little cloud says, "Now that I've conquered women's swimming, I believe my next endeavor will be the Paraplegia Games."
Oh, I did see that.
And who knows after that, maybe the Special Olympics.
Hell yeah. I'm rooting for her.
I mean, when does it stop, though? I agree with you. When does it stop? I mean, we've talked about it.
How does it
maybe on air, but I think a lot off air. And the fact that that's fine. If you want to do that, then let's just make a transgender league. Just like the Riley Gaines push, the Kentucky swimmer, pushing it out, challenge me on it. It's not fair to them because you're ruining their careers. You're ruining men's careers. So have your own, and that's fine. You can do that. Like I think we honestly all would be okay with that. Yeah. But you can't just decide, okay, boom, I'm coming in now. I'm going to conquer the world here. And look, I'm the best one there.
Guess what? I'm keeping my dorsal fin too.
Because I agree with you. The body makeup physiologically is different.
Yeah.
So you can't do that.
It's science.
So you have to make that middle ground. Unfortunately, that's where we're at in life right now in 2023.
If you're going to do it off season too, so we have another round of things to bet on. Fucking FanDuel.
Bring the bettors in.
Yeah.
I just think there's this unspoken assumption out there amongst the activists that women in general are going to be okay with this sort of thing.
I don't know how it jives with feminism.
Well,
empowering women when you got men
that's just
empowering them? How the fuck does that work?
It's the complete antithesis of that. But I think...
Can you spell that?
I just think there's this assumption out there
ESIS
that women are not going to push back, that women are going to be accepting of this because everyone knows that women are much better than men in that respect. But thank God there are some women who are standing up to this and are saying not only no, but hell no. This is not respectful of women in any sort of way, because you've got men now, again, like you said, crushing them in the pool, crushing them in track and field. There's been recently a couple of big-time bicycle races won by men in the women's division. I mean, it's every single aspect.
And I don't get
golf, tennis. I mean, you name not just sports, but beauty pageants and all the rest of it. You got men who are winning, and we're supposed to celebrate like this is some sort of advancement of culture or the human experience, and it's the exact opposite.
Look, I know it's two middle-aged men and one old guy up here talking about women's rights and the women movement.
Wait, where the fuck are we? Where are we? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So I figured you'd be an ally on that comment.
I had to put my fucking glasses on, so yes, I have to abide by that.
So I truthfully, I normally don't get up in arms about shit, but apparently that struck me just now. I don't understand how feminists and the women's movement, which has kind of not totally slid in bed with the transgender LGBTQ plus movement, I don't understand how they jive the transgender aspect when you've got men and they're pushing for women's rights. How you have men transferring over even with their same anatomy as being a man and beating these women. I just don't get how they are so supportive of it. I don't understand how they're not in an uproar about this. I am. And I've got two daughters. They go to school and they're competing against, in college, high school, whatever, people that are physiologically bigger most of the time, muscular wise. And I just don't get how women
that's the point.
Aren't outraged.
In any and that's the way. That's what it's coming to. It's not going to be just sports, but it's going to be every other aspect of life. Your daughters are going to get shoved to the back in favor of dudes who are pretending to be not real women.
Now it sounds like Pineapple Express.
Dudes who are pretending to be women. So and your daughters are going to take a backseat to them.
What if my daughter pretended to be a man pretending to be a girl? Would that help?
Who knows?
Wait, say it again.
What if my daughter pretended to be a man pretending to be a girl? Kind of like that movie with
I'm identifying to identify as.
That's a double reverse trans.
What is that?
I mean, the shit's getting already complicated.
Is that Pineapple Express where he's a white dude playing a black guy pretending to be a white guy playing a black guy?
So Imperial Girl commented, and I think it's definitely worth reading. No, women put up with it until the line is crossed, and they'll absolutely go nuclear on all of this. The line is coming, and then she also has. I know this because I read an article about a lesbian who was appalled at how things are going in society. So it's my question is
Tropic Thunder. Thank you.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder.
Fucking white guy playing a black guy, playing a white guy playing a black guy.
That's Jim. I knew Jim and Will Cray. I knew they'd come through, but. You have that, and I say they, and I'm using that very, very vaguely.
That's sexist.
I'm going to get fucking killed on it. I'm sure. I don't care. They want it the way they want it until it doesn't fucking benefit. But like, I feel bad for, you've got female athletes that train their whole life. Dan's son trained in swimming his whole fucking life. And was a very good swimmer. And then you have a guy that goes into the girls' realm, and you've got these girls, and I've just seen, I bring Dan's boy into it because I saw how hard he trained. So these girls are training just as hard. They want to get to the Olympics. They want to go to college. They want to do all of this. And then it all gets derailed because of, we don't know what to do, so you have to let them do it. So that's what I'm saying. Have that fucking middle ground. Identify whatever. If you want to identify as a goddamn badger, then swim in that fucking in the middle ground.
What about Johnny Knoxville? I mean, that's going to be commonplace in The Ringer, where he pretended to be special needs and swept the floor of it, and then threw it at the ass end because he was trying to get laid. I mean, that is what is going to happen next. I'm going to do it. Fuck it.
What'd you say? When the fuck we get ice cream?
One more. Yeah, we got fucking ice cream. I don't remember getting ice cream. You get ice cream? I'm going to do one more and I'm out. One more and I'm out of here. Exclusive. I'm going undercover in the Special Olympics this year.
Oh God.
I'm going to start trading.
That's going to be once we establish a Patreon, it'll be on Patreon.
I mean, what would be the difference of that? None.
It wouldn't. We would get banned, and then we would have to file a lawsuit, like we keep saying.
Fuck yeah!
When we get banned, we're going to file one.
Hey, Zuck, we're coming, bitch.
What are your events going to be?
Over on YouTube.
Can't be anything running or jumping.
No, but I mean, you're not completely wrong in that, and
can't be anything that involves physical activity.
Why is it that?
There's another movie quote that comes to mind. I don't want to make anything or buy anything made. I don't want to Shit, it had John Cusack, where the guy that always wore the goddamn trench coat and the military boots in every fucking movie. And at the end, he's holding a boombox outside her window, and he drew
Judd Nelson. I'm thinking Breakfast Club. Judd Nelson.
No, Tom Cusack. Every fucking John Cusack. Every movie he did. He had either a trench coat, military boots, or both. He was annoying as shit. But that movie where he goes on that diatribe about I don't want to buy anything made or make anything bought or whatever the fuck it is. I can't remember the quote, but it's the most asinine quote.
It's pretty funny though. Anything that's made or processed or
yeah. The chicken there is hot too, and I can't remember her name. Jesus. God, that's anti-feminist. I'm sorry, ladies. I appreciate you.
You guys fucking
is it anti-feminist or am I just pro-feminist to the point where I truly appreciate the woman's form?
You're definitely not pro-feminist.
Well, I'm very pro-feminist.
You know what the next
I sit down to pee at night so I don't get the seat wet. That is a gentleman that appreciates females.
No, it's you're fucking lazy.
No, it's my fact that I don't want to turn the light on to
drunk.
Wake anybody up.
You're drunk and lazy.
Where I aim it, I think it's going to hit water. And when you don't hear water.
Why the fuck did we go to your pissing habits?
I don't know. You don't hear water and you're like, fuck, what wall am I hitting? Do I turn right or left? And it's a bigger mess. Now you got the light on. You're getting fucking shit to clean it up at 2 a.m.
Did you take your medicine today?
Yeah, we're off. Dan got me all amped up when he came in here.
Probably need another dose.
Yeah. What did I do? I didn't do it. I came in, I sat down, I got my shit
It's together. Just seeing you, Dan. Fucking irritates me.
Just irritates. Good. I'm glad to know I have that effect on you.
Well, we took a poll. It's pretty much everybody.
This has been the highlight of my day.
You know what? I am gonna put an Instagram poll tomorrow or tonight, maybe. We'll put an Instagram poll out and see who likes to see who more.
Should we let our viewers know that we have some intentions of doing our podcast a little bit later in the evening coming up?
Yes.
I guess that's a good question to ask and answer at the same time with a statement / question.
So let him talk,
I'm just saying,
Rob. Let him talk.
Should we ask them or just tell them?
Well, I think we should let them know that we appreciate the loyal viewership that we have when we do these podcasts, generally around 4:30 in the afternoon. But in an attempt to increase our viewership and expand to an audience that may not be able to watch us live all the time at this time of day, we're going to start. We've got a few podcasts scheduled coming up that are going to take place, 7 or 7:30 in the evening?
Yeah, 7 or 7:30.
Sometime around there. So just keep your eyes open for those podcasts coming up in the very near future.
I love the way you phrase that. Truthfully, ladies and gentlemen, we're going later, not to increase viewership. But Dan is court-ordered to be in alcohol and drug rehab from 4 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
No, I'm not.
Starting June 1st.
I just wanted to clarify. Why are you hiding behind?
You want to know why?
I'm not hiding behind anything.
You want to know why he's in that? It's because Rob was his fucking attorney.
I was his sponsor when he went through AA. He fucking failed miserably.
He didn't get him out of it. So
I took him down the ZZ path.
The fucking Lincoln lawyer showed up.
I don't have the Lincoln anymore. It's Avalon, baby. Are we going to announce the big winner?
Yes. So our subscriber palooza that we did through the month of April, we had a decent amount of entries, not as many as I wanted to see, but we're going to come up with another contest, at some point this summer. But our big subscriber palooza winner,
I thought it was a lot of entries.
Do you want to fucking do this?
Or 2 entries? I thought that was a lot.
Were
we expecting one?
Do you want to do this?
Go ahead, buddy. I don't want to. I'm sorry to steal your thunder.
So, yeah, because you had nothing to do with it, so I got it.
Yeah.
A total of 20 entries, and Tom Glazer, who is not who I wanted to win.
No,
and I know he listens.
We actually thought about redoing it.
I was hoping he didn't win, but he ended up winning. So he gets a personalized, engraved drinkware of his choice from our friends at Engraved in the USA.
Yeah, awesome.
Randomized drawing, and we could have kicked it again, but in being fair,
we thought about
we let him win. But then he immediately, because he's local, he immediately came over.
It was here.
We saw the big wheel spinning around, totally random.
Well, I sent him the video, but I posted on Instagram as well. But yeah, so Tom won. So congratulations. We appreciate him. I know he's pushing us out as well. And we hope that everyone else will at least get one friend to tune in, subscribe, download. It's a slow build, and just like our buddies from Failure to Stop, like you got to keep pushing. So that's what we're gonna do.
I found it interesting that he was here in 20 minutes. I was starting to question what you fucking put out there as a prize, because he was here in 20 minutes when he saw that. That was amazing. I guess he thought he was getting like $100 gift card or some other shit.
No, what he missed at the end of the video was you won paying our tab tonight.
You got to be present to win, Tom. You weren't here, so you're really not getting shit. Congratulations, Tom. You've got some issues leaving work early for what you thought was a big prize. I want to throw
our friend at Engraved USA put out good products though, and he's got his choice, so he could actually come out a big winner.
Our friends at Engraved in USA, I just reordered for our golf outing on Friday that we're playing with One Rich at Engraved in USA. 4 new lighters. I will tell you this. If you want an awesome lighter, if you smoke cigars, cigarettes, pot, crack, meth, or any other substance where you require a lighter, Engraved in USA has some of the best lighters.
As long as it's legal where you live.
They cannot blow out. This thing is fucking pimp. And they've got a punch for your cigars. I'm going to get a couple Fuentes for Friday.
They are sweet.
And a blowtorch that lights that motherfucker on a flip top. It's like an old Zippo, but 2023 remake. It is phenomenal. You could be Geraldo Rivera standing on a tide wall in the middle of a hurricane in Florida where everybody's watching, hoping you fall in, you dumb ass, and light a cigar.
Nice one.
Phenomenal. So we're gonna do those. Good. Check those out. Engraved in USA. EngravedInUSA.com. Awesome people. They help us out tremendously with gifts to guests, as well as one glazer.
Not to fuck up anonymity, but RK is a close. What's a good word?
Friend.
Close friend connection
friend
to Engraved in USA.
Yes.
And he says, congratulations. Can't wait.
They do have great shit.
I can't wait to see what he decides either. I also told him, you need to tell me. Get on the website tonight and give me an idea so that way they know, because they've got other shit to do outside of stuff for us.
Yeah, like my lighters, but RK got them. So
they didn't even know this was happening until I told them.
It's awesome. And honestly, get on their website. They're not a sponsor, but they are a sponsor, kind of. Get on their website. Check out their shit. I was like a kid in a candy store, man. Just getting out of fat camp, furloughed on a weekend pass. When I walked in that lobby with the gift shop and all the shit they have, and then I get on the website.
It's amazing.
Like, holy smokes. You keep bringing the flask they gave you, Dan. That's awesome. Good for you, buddy. You really like that flask?
I love that flask.
I see it. You always. Oh,
I don't have it with me. I don't have it with me today.
My bad.
I just texted yesterday with our friend George Vogel, who's going to be our big next live guest. He is super excited.
Coming up on the 31st, I believe is the date.
May 31st. Yes. He is super excited to come on, and I think we may meet up for beers beforehand just to kind of break the ice and hang out. But our next podcast is slated. It was scheduled for Monday, but we may throw an impromptu one on Friday after Rob and I get done playing in this golf outing.
Check out the live feeds on the YouTube channel and other socials from Friday. It's going to be an absolute shit show. I'm
bummed I'm going to miss the golf outing. I'm not going to be there, man. It's going to suck.
Yeah, I know. We can't do the over-under on golf clubs thrown. That sucks. So we got one less betting opportunity.
One less betting opportunity. I like it.
But no, seriously, we're going to do a lot of live shit from the golf course on Friday. Hopefully the weather holds out. It's supposed to. We got a DD because we are always safe here at One More and I'm out of here, even though we drink proficiently. But on 531, George Vogel, it's going to be at the Anderson Township Pub, 6694 Clough Pike in Anderson Township. If you're available and local, please get down there. It's outside, rain or shine. They got a huge tent. So if it's raining, we'll be in the tent. It's big. It'll accommodate all of us. It'll be a good time. And if it's nice, it'll be outside.
And for those of you who don't know, George Vogel is a recently retired sportscaster and sports anchor at WLWT Channel 5 here in Cincinnati. And the guy has been obviously 40 years in the business. So many stories to tell. If you're a fan of just great sports stories and just funny stories in general.
That's exactly where I was going to go.
Yeah, you do not want to miss his podcast. And if you're in the area and you have a chance to be part of the audience, you definitely want to be there that night, because it's going to be, I don't know how we're going to do it in an hour or an hour and a half, because we could easily go 3 or 4 hours.
And that one is, we will go on that one as long as he's willing to go. We're not cutting it off. Just, I mean, because we'll have it. We'll have video of it anyway. So, I mean, as long as you can tune in. But if you do like sports, I mean, he has met so many sports people, and the stories that I'm sure he has to tell. So, I mean, we'll go as long as he's willing to go.
And the great thing is, Ned, that he's retired now. He can let loose, man. He can just he's going to be able to tell those stories in a way he's never been able to tell them before.
When we were having a conversation, and I said, I wanted to get you on when you were on. He was like, well, I could have done that, while I was on the air. But now that I'm retired, I don't fucking care.
That's perfect.
I was like, boom, you're gonna fit right in with us idiots. So, but I mean, it'll be, if you're into sports, he has met anybody and everybody. So it'll be worth watching.
One other thing to note coming up this week, May 19th at Turfway Park, Churchill's Bourbon and Brew at 9 p.m. on May 19th. Varner Netherton Revival is playing at Turfway Park Racing and Gaming. Come down and get you some. We love Dan Varner. He is always not only a sponsor, but a friend and a tremendous asset to this program. And he will be there live in person on 5/31, setting up the speakers and shit, because I won't. But speaking of Varner Netherton,
we know that.
Yeah, the boys are together again and making the best music of their lives. Cincinnati's own Dan Varner has rejoined with longtime friends Nick, Brad, and Rye. And now the Varner Netherton Revival is filling clubs and arenas from the Queen City to Nashville and every place in between. I would even go Texas. Varner Netherton Revival is more than award-winning musicians and recording artists. They're just plain fun. Their vocal harmonies has crowds of 10 to 10,000 standing up and singing along. And the best part is you can book them for your event. Check out a show near you, i.e. May 19th, and find out more at VarnerNetherton.com. That's VarnerNetherton.com. Those guys are awesome. I haven't been to Turfway in a while. I may have to venture down there if we can still walk after golf on Friday. We do have the DD still in effect.
We might potentially podcasting, but yeah, that'll be a last minute thing. We'll figure that out. We'll put it out on Instagram for anybody that follows us. We will let you know
if we can still talk.
Because that's going to be that'll be a game time decision.
I mean, when we got a decent golfer that could also drive us home drunk as shit, that is a fucking great day. That is a great day.
It's perfect.
Who's a decent golfer?
My son.
His son's going to beat all of our asses.
He's pretty damn good.
You're all part of the same team, so it'll be good.
He's still going to beat our ass.
All right.
Yeah, there'll be some good times going on, and we're going to do some shorts, and we're going to do some other stuff. Speaking of shorts, we're playing with a short, and he's also our bookie, so we'll be betting some stuff. You'll be able to see that. The only thing we won't be able to see is when Dan walks over to the wood line on the third hole tee box and pulls down his little drawers to his ankles because he's old.
Yeah, he has to pee every 5 seconds.
Yep. We will not know, but we are going to ask. Dan, do you manscape?